The money in football is astonishing. Whether you are looking at player wages, football betting markets or prize money, finances dominate the modern game. It's the most popular sport on the planet with fans in every nation and sponsors clamor to have their brand associated with the biggest competitions and teams. As we compile a video of the richest clubs in the world, we are looking at many of the predominant online football prediction teams. The financial boost of Champions League football is a big factor here. Here are the 10 richest clubs in world football, ordered by 2022 revenue courtesy of Forbes. Number 10, Tottenham, $511 million. Tottenham Hotspur are hardly renowned for big spending. A Champions League final run made the club a lot of money. And the Premier League's monster TV deal sneaks them into the top 10 of revenue in the football world. They generated $31 million more than Serie A champions Juventus and over $100 million more than Borussia Dortmund. Spurs spent big on their new stadium, a state-of-the-art dual-purpose venue. Antonio Conte will be demanding similar investment in the first team. Number 9 is Arsenal, $520 million. A turbulent period in Arsenal's history has seen some underwhelming league finishes. But the club continued to thrive financially. Their $520 million generated is over double that of fellow sleeping giants AC Milan. The early days of Mikel Arteta era have brought hope back to the Emirates Stadium after the dark days of Unai Emery. Number 8. Chelsea, $597 million. The Blues. The sale of Eden Hazard helped Chelsea's revenue for Forbes' latest list. Chelsea have grown commercially since Roman Abramovich bought the club in 2003 and sold it earlier this year due to circumstances. The Blues have a knack for winning trophies, even in difficult seasons, which brings in cash and makes them an attractive option for sponsors. Thomas Tuchel's first season as manager brought an ideal outcome as the Blues qualified for the Champions League once again, likely securing their place in the top 10 for 2020-21 rankings. Number 7 is Liverpool, $613 million. Finally back on top of their perch, Liverpool won the Champions League in 2019 and became English champions for the first time in 3 decades in 2020. And also finishing second in the 2021-2022 Premier League season. Always one of the world's richest clubs, Liverpool's revenues have been boosted by a regular return to the Champions League under Jurgen Klopp. The club's owners have been cautious signing new talented players and have carefully managed the payroll of their MLB team, the Boston Red Sox. It will be fascinating to see how much they spend over the next few years. Number 6 is PSG, $646 million. Another team desperate for success on the continental stage. Paris Saint-Germain came close to lifting the Champions League trophy in 2020 but were knocked out by Bayern Munich in Lisbon. The French champions have been warier of spending of late, having broken all manner of records to sign Kylian Mbappé, Messi and Neymar. PSG's club value is good for only 11th, though their revenue is 6th highest. Their standing in world football will get a real boost if when they win their first Champions League, as League One has become no more than a formality over the last few years. PSG will be popular in expert betting tips in the coming months. Number 5 is Manchester City, $678 million. Manchester City's revenues have gone through the roof in recent years. They were 9th in the world at $362 million back in 2013 and 16th at $153 million in 2011. Investment has been plentiful and the trophies have followed. Beautiful football has been played in the light blue of Manchester City since the arrival of Pep Guardiola, and records continue to tumble. Now one of the biggest football clubs around. There is no sign of first-team funding slowing down as City pursue their holy grail, the Champions League. Number 4 is Bayern Munich, $751 million. Fourth in this video is German and European champions Bayern Munich. Bayern aren't associated with the same flashy signings as the previous trio, but they heavily invest in their squad and pay their players handsomely. Where Manchester United, Real Madrid and Barcelona can often appear chaotic and perhaps erratic in the transfer market, the Bavarian giants are calmer, getting on with their transfer business without the same furor. Number 3 is Manchester United, $795 million. No league title since 2013. In and out of the Champions League since then. Manchester United are so big, they can ride a period of relative on-field disappointment. Ed Woodward keeps finding revenue in the most bizarre sponsor partnerships. The club are a successful business, even if their fans are frustrated. The vast revenues enable Manchester United to make signings like Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes. While performances remain inconsistent, the financial growth only irritates fans with high expectations. Number 2 is Barcelona, $815 million. At the center of an almighty transfer saga that wasn't with Lionel Messi this offseason. Barcelona are a club in turmoil. A Champions League thrashing and missing out on the La Liga title has caused problems with their star man, but the Catalan giants continue to generate as much revenue as any non-real club. Hefty wages to aging stars has hamstring Barca in recent years. Their squad management isn't perfect, but they remain one of the best and wealthiest teams in the world. The number 1 and also richest club in the world is Real Madrid, $896 million. The 14-time champions of Europe and one of the best supported clubs in the world. Real Madrid generated over $80 million more than any club else. There was no European glory in 2019 or 2020, but the Spanish superclub benefit from a substantial share of La Liga TV revenue. Real Madrid are usually a lock to top the world football revenue charts. Though they slipped to third in 2018, behind Manchester United and Barcelona. Los Blancos are constantly linked to the biggest names. And it's rare they miss out on a player they want. That is it. You now know the top 10 richest football clubs in the world currently. But note, these rankings are well researched and approved, but it's not the final rankings, as it may change from time to time. So kindly click on the subscribe button below and turn on the bell icon in order to get notified of any latest changes. Let me know in the comment section why you think your club is the best and also your say on the rankings. Thank you.